Hello and welcome to Alfons Zeileis. My name is Johanna Nägesbach. I am the grandniece of the painter Alfons Zeileis. The newspaper Münchner Neueste Nachrichten published the news on May 14, 1909. Hugo von Tschudi, previously director of the National Gallery in Berlin, moves to Munich. For Alfons Zeileis, this is good news. How this move came about, you will hear in this video. In my videos, I have repeatedly reported on the conflicts between Emperor William II and Hugo von Tschudi. The Swiss art historian Hugo von Tschudi received high national and international recognition for his work as director of the Berlin National Gallery from December 1896. He systematically redesigned the National Gallery according to art historical principles and acquired modern paintings by German and international artists for the National Gallery. What could have happened that this respected man left Berlin and went to Munich? The so-called Tschudi affair occurred in 1907. In October 1907, the Van Eycken collection came onto the market. Hugo von Tschudi seized the opportunity and selected several works from the collection with a view to possibly acquiring them for the National Gallery in Berlin. However, it was not until February 1908 that Emperor William II, who had reserved the final decision on acquisitions for the National Gallery, had time to view the works. Hugo von Tschudi had also organized 5 works by Courbet, Daumier and Géricault from the art dealer Paul Cassirer for viewing at the same time for a possible acquisition. Mistake, mistake, mistake. The emperor rejected these works outright. As combative as ever, Tschudi argued with the emperor, which was unpleasant for all those around. In the end, Emperor William II agreed to purchase 4 paintings from the Eycken collection. Tschudi negotiated a favorable price of 400,000 marks for the paintings, but did not have the money. I will keep the following story short. Historians may forgive me. A debate took place in the Reichstag, with the Reichstag predominantly taking the emperor's side. Advisors advised the emperor to dismiss Tschudi. The social democratic newspaper Vorwärts wrote of artistic absolutism. At the beginning of the 19th century, politics and art were linked in an unpleasant way, which continued through the Weimar Republic and into the National Socialism. The emperor instrumentalized art for his propagandistic national purposes. Hugo von Tschudi was able to raise the money for the purchase from art lovers, but he was under the gun. On the advice of the Minister of Culture, Holle, Tschudi applied for a 1-year leave of absence for health reasons at the beginning of March 1908, which was immediately approved. The health reasons were not a lie. Tschudi had suffered from lupus vulgaris, a very painful form of skin tuberculosis, since his youth. Anton von Werner, director of the newly founded Academy of Arts in Berlin since 1874, historical painter, artistic advisor and art teacher for the emperor in his youth, advised the dismissal of Tschudis. He himself would have liked to become director of the National Gallery, but this did not happen even if Emperor William II would have welcomed it. During Tschudis vacation there was intense discussion in politics and the media about whether he should stay on or who should succeed him. The emperor was criticized for his perceived absolutist influence. Shortly before Tschudis leave expired at the beginning of 1909, it was announced that he would be allowed to stay. In Munich there had been a dispute since at least 1904 about the introduction of modern art into the Bavarian art collections. The Bavarian art collections were often seen as being on par with the Berlin art collections. Munich saw Tschudi's dismissal by Emperor William II as imminent, seized the opportunity and made Hugo von Tschudi the offer to become director of the state galleries in Munich. Hugo von Tschudi accepted the offer made by the Bavarian state minister von Wehner. He was to take up his post as director of the state galleries in Munich on September 1st, 1909. The story of Hugo von Tschudi does not end there. From now on, Alfons Zeileis was able to follow developments at close quarters, was certainly familiar with the collections of the state galleries in Munich, and now had the opportunity to examine the modern art movements of the time from a completely different perspective. Well, what do you think of the political and commercial side of art? For Alfons Zeileis, it must have been very interesting to observe Hugo von Tschudi's development and its impact on politics, museums and artists. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we will see how international art was back then. Alfons Zeileis will study with American. I look forward to seeing you then.